Hello, y'all. I am here. I'm back. I bought some more supplies since last time we talked, and I wanted to show you guys. So I saw on Pinterest this iconic photo of Grace Jones, and I wanted to draw her, and I wanted to draw her in many faces. So that is what I'm doing. I bought quite a bit of blue pens, but I will be focusing on the black pens because I feel like the blue and black doesn't look very good together. So let's get into it. So I think last time I showed you guys these Tombow pens. This one is a soft brush or soft nib, and then this one is the hard. And then I have this one, which is two-sided. One is for blending, and then one is like kind of like the hard tip. So I'll be showing you guys that in a bit. And then I got the Pentel brush pen. I saw this in a video from Kim Young. I forgot I forgot his first name. I will put it down below. But he's this iconic artist that is really good at drawing perspective and also drawing things out of memory. And this is the pen that he says he uses. And then I bought this Kuretake white brush pen. I feel like the jelly rolls are great, but you have to use it for a bit and then it runs out and then you have to shake it and then use it again. This is better because there's a more continuous flow and it's good over rough surfaces. And then the Sumi ink in this brush pen I showed you guys before. Same thing. So I think I'm going to start off with the Pentel brush. Since I'm right-handed, I'm just going to go from left to right so that I don't bleed over stuff. So how you guys doing? I have been continuing on with my drawing. I feel like I draw, with the exception of last week, almost every day. And I feel like I'm learning new things every day, which is pretty awesome. I still have that sort of excitement about learning things, and I feel like the excitement continues if you are seeing improvement. Have you guys seen this drawing of Grace Jones? I feel like it's a pretty iconic one, but if you don't know Grace Jones, then that makes sense that you haven't seen it. Do you guys know who Grace Jones is? She was this iconic, I love using that word, oops, she looks cross-eyed, iconic model in the 1980s, and she was in a Bond film, like James Bond. And she was this androgynous beauty. Or she is an androgynous beauty. And she also did music. And if you think of Studio 54 and that sort of scene in the 1970s and 80s, you think of her because she was there with Andy Warhol and Diana Ross and all those people you associate with disco and partying in the 1970s. and 80s. I feel like I say this when I don't end up being accurate, but I'm not focused too much on accuracy. It's just something fun. Her eyes snatched back like a feline. So that is what I'm trying to do here. And her skin is very deep and almost difficult to separate where the hair starts and the skin begins in this particular drawing. And I don't feel a lot of sort of anxiety about making a mistake because I know I have this white pen right here. I can always go in and improvise if need be. Kind of have to improvise for the shoulder because I'm not really sure what's going on this side. Actually, I said I don't have that much anxiety about messing up. I do a little bit. So as you can see, this adds a bit of gradation value to this piece. So it's not like a solid black and white. Okay, we'll come back to this. Wait. Okay, we'll come back to this and add some whites. I feel like for a coarse hair, I don't want to have, or for any hair, I don't want to have like super uniform patterns. So this one is really giving like Missy Elliott, I can't stand the rain sort of energy when I was going for Grace Jones. But I feel like they have similar noses. I will come back to this and then we're moving on to this one. This one probably is the most visually interesting for me. I love the hoodie. I love this like horned hairstyle. And I realized that the Sumi ink, this one, is really dark. You see how like, can you guys see how dark this is compared to this? I love it. I love super dark ink that does not turn into blue. Since there isn't going to be a lot of value differences in this, it's going to look very outlined, but I am fine with that. I feel like for ears, if you like scribble, you can get a very good gestural drawing of an ear. So I tend not to focus too much on whether ears are accurate to the reference photo because of that like trick. But of course, if you're going for realism, pay attention to the subject. Different ears are different, so those differences can really make a drawing and make it more distinguishable. Like if I were to draw Obama, I would pay more attention to the ears because that is like a distinct aspect of his features. But for Grace Jones, not so much. But this is like very quintessential Grace Jones. The hoodie, the sharp, colorful makeup that you won't see because it's a black and white. Yeah. That sort of Mugler. If you guys are familiar with fashion and Mugler, I feel like she's a Mugler girl. She just looks so sassy and over it in my drawing. She doesn't look as like pissed off in the original. And I could go really in depth with this and add a great deal of detail, but I will just be focusing on the larger details, larger shapes, rather. I'm really loving this like blended part of this. I feel like I've used it for every single one. Where do you guys get your references from? Where do you guys get your influence? When I was a kid, I loved looking through fashion magazines because just flipping through it, I would feel inspired. And I want to draw one of the models and such. But I feel like that's something that a lot of artists do, is drawing models, because especially for editorial models such as Grace Jones, it's just visually interesting. You don't have to think about, you don't have to be you don't have to be very creative, because the creativity is already there in the artistic concept of the photo. But it's really easy to rely on that. Sorry guys, it's really hard to talk and draw at the same time. I feel like when I'm drawing well, I'm compromising on the talking, and when I'm talking a lot, I'm compromising on the drawing. So I hope you guys are fine with these long bouts of silence. I might end up cutting out this audio altogether. Whoops, guys. I don't know how long it's been that I was not filming, but what I said, I don't even know what I said. I don't know how much time has passed, but I finished this, or more or less. Now I'm coming back in with her and using the Sumi ink in this brush pen because I want to get this hair really, really dark. I don't love how high that ear is, but it's okay. Oh, I forgot a detail in here. It was to do the fishnet. So I think I'll go in and do that at the very end. I wish I had a thinner brush to do the fishnet, but we'll make it work with what I have. No! This white pen is really unruly. I was not expecting that. How can I forget the most important part of this drawing? I'm gonna like shift it a bit so I can get the angle right. You know what? We're going back to good old jelly rolls because this white pen is a nuisance. It's creating so many air bubbles. I don't know why. Look at my hands. A mess. What do you guys think I should do with the background? I don't know. So this is a final drawing. I hope you guys like it. It's not really true to the original references. Like this kind of looks like Iman. This kind of looks like a mixture between Missy Elliott and Megan Stallion. And then this one kind of looks like Grace Jones. But it was fun to draw, and I really like this pattern I did at the end. Hope you guys like it. Until next time, bye bye.